In 1975, Saigon falls and the scramble is on to get out. For the Nguyen family living in South Vietnam, there's no escaping the war.
My dad recalled to me joining the war effort. My dad's older brother, Hong, went missing in action.
3 years later, refusing to live under communism, Huy Nguyen and his wife, Linh Do, know they need to flee to the U.S. But now they have a baby, and the journey to freedom will not be guaranteed. That baby, our very own Vicky Nguyen.
Do you ever think back on your parents when you were just a baby, leaving their country, crossing an ocean?
So to have an 8-month-old baby and think, we are going to wrap our baby in a towel, we are going to smuggle ourselves out through a jungle and hope that we can get onto a fishing boat and cross an ocean to safety, to a refugee camp. I feel like you only make that decision if you are desperate and hopeful. It means that you can't survive where you are and that you are willing to risk it all in the hopes that you will realize a dream and that you have a daughter worth making that risk for.
That trip, the new life the Nguyen's found in America, and how a refugee toddler grew up to be a network correspondent and anchor is the basis for Vicky's new memoir, Boat Baby.
I look back and I think about all of the things my parents survived, all of the things they went through, and their attitude was always never complain, never explain, focus on what you can control, keep moving forward, and a lot of that rubbed off on me.
The Nguyen's would eventually become citizens, Vicky growing up in America in the 1980s. But early on, the family learned that life in the U.S. would not be a fairy tale.
My Uncle Tam was at a party and gathering, got into an argument with someone, and was stabbed to death. And that devastated my mother especially.
The Nguyen's would carry on in their new country. Vicky's dad eventually starting a furniture business. Her prom date would become her husband, and she would build a lasting career in news, but with obstacles.
People would, drive by and be like, hey, it's Connie Chung. I mean, look, I took it as a compliment, but I also knew what they meant. They meant, we know one Asian American reporter, her name is Connie Chung, you're Asian, we're gonna call you her. There are worse insults, but it indicated to me that representation matters and that there's still a long way to go.
Despite it all, she calls herself a proud American, an immigrant who is living the American dream.
I don't think my parents ever imagined I would go from boat baby to network correspondent and anchor in one generation. But my success is their success. There is no me doing all of these things without them, the support that they give me every day to this day with raising my daughters.
Can you believe this is your story?
That little girl learned how to walk on a beach in a refugee camp. We were there for 10 months in Malaysia. And to sit across from you and talk about this book with a little picture of me as a baby who survived a 2-day, 2-night journey across an ocean and eventually landed here, I can't even say it's a dream come true. This is a dream that was too big for my family to have, for me to have, and yet it's coming true every single day.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.